Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. I always got the sense that Michael Saylor was one of those super maxis, those Bitcoin only guys, but apparently he just made a statement on CNBC. Michael Saylor saying that adding other tokens like XRP, Solana, and Cardano to the U.S. Strategic Crypto Fund is bullish for Bitcoin and is bullish for the entire U.S. crypto industry. This one courtesy of Bank XRP. Listen to this.
Our next guest is one of Wall Street's most vocal Bitcoin bulls, recently meeting with members of the House Financial Services Committee to discuss what he calls his digital assets framework to help the U.S. become the global crypto leader. Joining us now in a CNBC exclusive is Strategy co-founder, executive chairman Michael Saylor. Strategy announcing this weekend it delivered a Bitcoin gain of $2.6 billion so far this year. Michael, it's paid to keep buying no matter what. My question is, how much are you involved? Because I know you've met with members of the Trump administration, cabinet, family members, I think the president himself. So are you involved in advising around this strategic crypto reserve?
I've met with a bunch of senators on the Democratic and the Republican side, a bunch of Congress people, a few members of cabinet, a few members of the administration, and anybody that wants to talk. You know me, for the last 4.5 years, I'm willing to talk about Bitcoin to anybody, anywhere in the world, every day.
Yes, and we appreciate that, talking to our audience about it. So were you surprised that in the announcement over the weekend, the president mentioned other smaller coins like XRP, Solana, and Cardano, as well as Bitcoin for the Strategic Crypto Fund?
I'm not surprised. I mean, I think there's no way to interpret this other than this is bullish for Bitcoin and is bullish for the entire U.S. crypto industry. You know, there are conservatives that view the right path forward is just a Bitcoin-only policy because Bitcoin is a commodity, an asset without an issuer, a neutral asset, and there's no controversy. But the president's adopted a more liberal economic policy, and that's his right. He's president of the United States.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you would have preferred it, though, if it was a Bitcoin-only fund.
You know, I believe that the best thing for the country is to move forward with an enlightened, progressive policy toward digital assets. I think it's worth $100 trillion to the United States, and ultimately there's 4 different assets that people need to come to grips with. A digital commodity like Bitcoin, an asset without an issuer, backed by digital power. A digital currency like a stable coin backed by a fiat currency equivalent. A digital security, an asset with an issuer backed by a stock or a bond so we can tokenize Wall Street. And then a digital token, which is an asset with an issuer that's backed by digital utility. I think everybody's trying to come to grips with that taxonomy. And as the market gets more educated, we're going to see more progressive, constructive policy engagement.
I couldn't believe he said that. Did you guys catch that?
I believe that the best thing for the country is to move forward with an enlightened, progressive policy toward digital assets. I think it's worth $100 trillion to the United States.
So a progressive policy including many different cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin maxis. You hearing this? This coming from Michael Saylor himself. So I wanted to thank Bank XRP for posting that. I think we may be in the process of seeing a sea change here, guys. Andrew's also commenting on, remember that tweet from the Stellar Foundation from earlier last month? With this level of bitterness, I wonder if there's something that they know is coming for Ripple and XRP, because I have a feeling it's not just about recent price action. This is when Stellar was getting quite salty. Imagine spending more on lawyers than developers and calling it progress. Fast forward to just a couple of days ago, and Donald Trump has added XRP to the strategic reserve. So maybe the people over there at Stellar did know something that we don't know at that particular moment. I think I think the people in the know, the people in the cryptocurrency industry, at least in the U.S., I think it's such a small group that they all talk, and the rumors are all They all know the rumors. They all know not to leak the rumors. But I just have a feeling, guys, I think it's also part of the reason why David Schwartz told us to take profits from XRP back in April of 2021. If you guys don't remember the video I did on that, I'll see if I can find it. I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Not so much prophecies as they are just insider information that we're not privy to because we're not insiders. Anyway, wanted to thank Anders for posting that. I think what the people at Stellar need to do is continue to focus on building like other successful crypto projects like VeChain. Michael Branch bringing this to our attention. VeChain, by the way, one of my, I like VeChain for a lot of different reasons. It is a utility coin, but it also performs very well in the spec market. It doesn't just kind of meander about. The money that pours into this thing when the market is running, I mean, it does add to the volatility of this coin, and we do end up seeing significant gains, at least we have in the past. For more information on the cryptocurrencies that I'm interested in, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. Full disclosure, VeChain is in the $15,000 plus portfolio that I'm sharing with my Patreon subscribers, along with my legacy portfolio. So it's a coin that I've been holding for quite a while. VeChain has now earned a US patent for blockchain-based workflow certification. So VeChain has secured this US patent, its offshore subsidiary based in China, marking another milestone in its blockchain innovative journey. And this is called NANO Clean. It specializes in utilizing blockchain tech to help businesses track and trace their supply chains and products, enhancing transparency and efficiency. The news was announced on February the 28th in an X post by synonymous community figure April Strawberry. The new patent, which was officially approved on February the 25th, focuses on a blockchain-based workflow node certification method and device, further reinforcing VeChain's position as a leader in blockchain enterprise solutions. This development also underscores the international recognition of VeChain's technology and its expanding influence in blockchain innovation. So VeChain, again, like I say, another very influential company that is leveraging blockchain technology to solve a problem. VeChain's ecosystem expansion and tokenomics overhaul. So this article goes on explaining some more of that. I don't think I'm going to get into that so much, but an American patent, I thought that was interesting. The patent is through, again, NANO Clean, and it is a U.S. patent to be able to bring, I guess, certain aspects of the VeChain technology to the United States. So wanted to thank Michael for bringing that up. I also happen to see this from Mike Manfield. Ripple partner Neum has partnered with G2 Travel for virtual card payments in hotels. So Neum, another Ripple partner, they're a leading global infrastructure for real-time cross-border payments. They just today announced a strategic relationship with G2 Travel. The wholesale tour operator will use Neum's virtual card payment solution to pay hotel partners globally. The partnership adds more local currencies to G2 Travel's offerings and makes supplier payments faster, more efficient, and more secure. So boom, through the hospitality agency, we're seeing some of these Ripple payment providers, Ripple partnered payment providers, partner up with these guys, creating seamless payments in this case. I'm sure payments and other applications being built on the blockchain. Through this particular partnership, G2 Travel will leverage Neum's ability to issue Visa and MasterCard accepted virtual cards globally with access to over 20 local currencies. The collaboration already supports multiple live currencies with more to follow. So they're already using some currencies there, and it's just going to continue to grow, it sounds. At least that's what the plan is. G2 Travel will use Neum-issued virtual cards to pay a vast network of directly contracted hotels. Neum's real-time funding and issuing capabilities help to streamline bulk reservations, improving hotels' cash flows, and unlocking working capital. So we are seeing more news there for Ripple partner Neum getting into the hospitality industry and leveraging the ability and the network, I guess, of Visa and MasterCard, two big Ripple partners, both Ripple partners, by the way, but also the largest credit card companies on the planet. So, with these technologies, the symbiotic relationships here, they can definitely get a lot done throughout the world through the hospitality industry. It doesn't mention what countries they're looking at here, but I'm guessing they're going to start small, gradually work their way up. And if I were to guess, I would say, I don't know, maybe Europe or Southeast Asia. I know Neum, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they're located in Singapore. So chances are they're going to be looking at those jurisdictions, but the likelihood of them expanding into broader markets is very high, I think. Anyway, wanted to thank Mike Manfield for posting that. Now, Vincent Van Cote here, guys, bringing this to our attention. We've been talking about XRP being part of the reserve, and David Schwartz in this morning's video, if you guys didn't catch it, he was, by the way, I'll link it up here. He was wondering if he was kind of asking, what are the arguments for a strategic reserve? And Vincent Van Cote here posting this. This post is about U.S. government buying XRP escrow using T-bills and how it isn't so crazy now after all. Okay, since XRP, and we can have different purposes for different cryptos in this U.S. strategic reserve, right? Vincent goes on to say, Ripple can issue RLUSD with T-bills while the U.S. government sets the price of XRP and makes trillions of dollars. I know it's still improbable, but I am holding my ground, not financial advice. Mickey B. Fresh saying, in my opinion, it's on the right track of T-bills as it's the predominant reserve asset backing the RLUSD. Remember, the U.S. does have a vested interest in keeping U.S. dollar dominant, so they could do that through RLUSD and other stablecoins. But it doesn't make sense paying off debt with crypto. Why would bondholders want XRP or 50-year crypto bonds? Holders of $36 trillion in U.S. debt. Issuing less bonds is how debt is lowered. SenseMake here saying, art of the deal, buy the dam, okay, so XRP escrow, or as much as possible, print a ton of RLUSD backed by debt certificates at 5%. Now here is where the art comes in. Announce that all payments entering or departing the U.S. have to go through XRP or the USD, the dam or the gate. So the U.S., where is it? So, sorry, the U.S. AMM pools. The U.S. government sets the fee or tariff. This way, the government always gets a cut. And this is not a bad thing because every country on the planet can do the same because XRP is openly traded and for the world to use. Imagine how simple and elegant this solution could be and can solve complex issues. It settles now. Everyone who is in on the cut happens at each transaction. Done deal. Basta. So, there you go. Another possibility there. Jared Johnson even saying, there is obviously some sort of plan involving XRP to pay off the debt. I kind of doubt they're just going to tokenize the national debt on the XRP ledger and call it paid off. Though, technically that is possible too. It seems to me that they're stockpiling, so stockpiling like gold, and talking about auditing Fort Knox because the tokenization of all the gold is probably coming as well. Of course, it's going to get tokenized on the XRP ledger. Most likely, Trump is going to announce a deal that China and Russia are also going to tokenize their gold on the XRPL as well. This could drive the value much higher. Stands to reason that the escrowed XRP may not be in the piggy bank for much longer, as it will go out the door quickly with such moves. So a lot of bullish predictions here. Some other people commenting. I wanted to thank Vincent for posting that. But I also wanted to extend this to Vincent's second tweet thread. I'm going to just leave it here. My theory of how U.S. government will buy XRP escrowed at $10,000 each using T-bills. So he did use ChatGPT to analyze this scenario. He says, yes, the U.S. government could buy XRP escrow at a fixed $10,000 per token using treasury bills, and this would effectively set the global price at a high level. Here's how this scenario might play out. How the U.S. could buy XRP at $10,000 using T-bills. So step one, off-market escrow purchases. The U.S. Treasury or a special financial entity like the Federal Reserve or IMF negotiates directly with Ripple Labs to acquire the XRP escrow. They agree on a fixed price of $10,000 per XRP. Instead of paying in cash, the U.S. issues Treasury bills, which Ripple can A, hold as reserves, use as collateral, sell on secondary markets for liquidity, and so on. Step two, global price pegging. Once the U.S. purchases XRP at $10,000, that price becomes the benchmark, guys. Other governments and institutions must follow, or they risk being priced out of global finance. If the IMF, BIS, or Federal Reserve endorses XRP as a reserve asset, it would effectively lock in its valuation. So two, why would the U.S. want to do this? Well, it prevents market manipulation by China and other nations. If China or other countries buys and dumps XRP, it won't crash below 10,000 because the U.S. holds the majority in escrow. This prevents a financial war where hostile nations weaponize XRP against the global system, strengthens the U.S. dollar while phasing it out. XRP is pegged at 10,000. It means all global settlements must use XRP. The U.S. can still control global finance while moving to a post-USD system. T-bills remain valuable as Ripple and other holders must interact with U.S.-denominated assets, prepares for a blockchain-based financial system. XRP at $10,000 could be the backbone of a new global economy. Smart contracts, instant settlements, and tokenized assets would run on top of that system. So, number three, could this actually happen? Yes. The United States wants to control the future of finance. So think about it, guys. The U.S. already put sanctions on countries. Of course, they want to control the future of finance. Buying XRP at a high price is a logical step. The IMF and Federal Reserve would need to support this shift, though. Other countries would have no choice but to adopt XRP or risk being left out of the new global economy. What would happen to XRP holders? If XRP is set at $10,000, current holders would instantly become multimillionaires. Of course, governments might regulate retail ownership, requiring conversion into CBDCs. Private institutions like banks and corporations would scramble to acquire XRP before it is fully controlled. So his final thought on this would be the biggest financial event in history. If the US buys XRP escrow at $10,000 using T-bills, it would reset the entire global financial system. XRP would replace USD as the dominant reserve asset. Other nations must comply or risk financial collapse. This is a realistic scenario if the US wants to secure dominance in the blockchain era. So there you guys have it, another theory here. If the US were to buy XRP escrow at $10,000 each using T-bills, is it a possibility? Well, now that it's in the reserve, I think, there is more, it's more likely that it could happen. Rachel Renee here saying, my guess is that Ripple has arranged a deal with the government that includes the XRP escrows. There are some naysayers here, though, like Not Your Average Joe saying not possible. Ripple requires the escrow for their business model. Handing over the escrow is an all or nothing deal. They cannot give up half and keep half for ODL, regardless, bullish of XRP being on the US crypto index. So, that is also part of it, unless Ripple does pivot, Ripple says, no, you know what, we're good. Maybe they will hold a portion of the XRP, but the rest of the escrow could go to the US government. Guys, if this situation does come to fruition, we would all be multimillionaires. Probably some of us would be billionaires. Right now, this is, just flights of fancy. Us thinking about what could possibly happen. What I'm focused on right now, personally, is the spec market. I'm paying attention to how high I think these cryptocurrencies are going to go, including XRP. And for more information on my crypto trading strategy, you can follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.